I've seen this movie before. It never ends bad.
Are you West Chamberlain?
What?
Are you West Chamberlain?
What?
Are you West Chamberlain?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
West Chamberlain says what?
What? Wait, what? No? Whoa, what? Who's West Chamberlain? Started the Great War. 1818. We're never gonna need to cut this, right? Hey! That's not how you do it.
Do you need me to be quiet or something?
Nope. Very thoughtful, very thoughtful, but you're too loud. Anyway, there's no way to silence. Turn it down. There's no whisper. Marker. Wait. Marker. Oh, fuck, the dryer's on. We'll make do. No, it's okay. This is fine. So I dropped the dollar since I last saw you. That means they're not going to be using the dollar, which will destabilize us as a country, America at least. And let's see. We're going to war with China, supposedly. Steve Bannon said so. And supposedly Chinese officials were like, yeah, we're ready for a war with America in the Pacific. So good times ahead. You know, Star Trek. You know, Star Trek was this great. It was this great thing. You know, it had a Russian guy and a Japanese man and a black woman and an alien, a Jewish alien, and a Scotsman, and they were all serving on this one ship, and they were nice to each other, and because you know you're in the Navy, Space Navy, in the Space Navy. Anyway, but the way you get to Star Trek, the way you get to this great future where there's no more money and you can synthesize food on the fucking fly, and there's somehow like 0 point energy somehow, there's or very little input and maximum output of energy. And the way you get to this world is having World War III. You need to have World War III before you can do anything else. So, if anything, if there's any silver lining in this maybe war with China, I mean, who's gonna even volunteer to do that? I mean, I live in San Francisco, and there's a Chinatown. I live in the San Francisco area, and there's a little Chinatown, and I live next to Oakland. There's a little Chinatown. You know, there's so many people from China, and they naturalize and they live here. What are we doing trying to go to war with China? Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense at all? So, let's do something. Okay, let's make a movement. And it seems like in today's times it would be treasonous to say Thomas Jefferson said that we should have little revolutions every once in a while. These marches that have been happening since Trump was elected are fantastic, but no buts. It's just not a lot of people are paying attention. I just feel like if I were to protest, that a large amount of people would walk by and they'd be like, get a fucking job, go back to work, you know, business as usual. And these people would be the same people that protested during the Vietnam War, you know? And it just, it feels like not enough people, or too many people, are scared of the uncertainty of that is shady, and at the very least, if not monstrous. It's just funny. Let me tell you about a ride that I like. This is a story that I like to tell my Lyft passengers. It goes like this. So I'm in San Francisco, and this guy requests me, and there's no picture, which is the best part of the job, when there's no picture and anyone could walk up to you. And I can't just roll up to everyone that looks eager to see a rideshare car. So it is the middle of the night in this story, though, and I'm waiting, and there's this guy talking to this girl outside this building that I'm waiting outside of, and I'm about to leave. It's been like 10 minutes. I'm about to leave and cancel this guy, and he finishes his conversation, gets in my car, and I'm like, whoa, are you the dude? Yeah, I'm the dude. And he says his name, and his name is as difficult to pronounce as someone saying Assalamu alaikum for the first time, and like even understanding like what exactly they said. Not just the translation, but like the syllables in the word, in the phrase. So I was like, oh, you must be the guy because you pronounced your name correctly. So what's the plan? Because you didn't put in a destination. I didn't say it like that, but so where to? And he says, okay, so here's the deal. We're going to pick up my girlfriend in Vallejo, which is across 2 bridges. He doesn't say that, but I'm adding that. And then we're gonna come back to San Francisco. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a lot of money for me. Let's go. And he's like, hold up, we gotta make a pit stop in San Francisco first. So he's barking orders the whole time, and as soon as I hear the order, I just follow through. And he says, okay, we're right here, and he has me stop at a really shady motel on this really steep hill in San Francisco, and he's going to a motel or a hotel. I don't know. It was in a bad part of town. That's all I can tell you. And he goes in there for like 10 minutes, comes back, and now he has a brown paper bag. Then we go over the bridge, and we drive, and then go over the next bridge, and then he has me pull off and go to a Motel 6, and then no, he has me pull over immediately. Pull over now. Okay, I pull over, and I'm in a handicap spot. And then he gets out, and he's like, I'll be back. I'll be right back. And he goes around a corner, and I can't see him anymore. Then I notice, so I'm like, I need to repark because, you know, I shouldn't be in this handicap spot. So I back up, move a little bit more to the left, and then I can see more around the corner of where my passenger just went, and I noticed this guy walking his dog, and he finishes walking his dog, and I'm not really paying attention to him, but he goes into the only door on the bottom level that I can see, or, you know, around the corner I can see this door now. I wasn't able to see it before. And he opens the door, he goes in, and I notice there's a woman in there. Now I can see maybe two women in there, and then there's a guy there, the door, and then my passenger comes out of that room, and I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. Then he goes up to the second floor, and I can see all the rooms. It's a open, you know, face Motel 6, and my passenger goes up to a door, knocks on it. Dude comes out. No, he comes to the door. Passenger knocks on a door. Passenger knocks on the door. Someone comes to the door. They exchange a few words, and then he goes to the third story, knocks on a door. Dude comes out. They're smoking a cigarette. They're talking to each other, but they're looking directly at me. So I'm like, okay. Hey Facebook, hey Twitter, hey, you know, every social media I have. Do your work. You know, this is the last place I was alive. This was the last place I had control over this car, and I had possession of all my devices. And he finishes his cigarette, comes down. Then the girlfriend and my passenger pack up my car, which is like an SUV type. So they fill up the back, and they get in, and then we go over. So we're heading back to San Francisco, and I didn't want to assume it was drugs that this guy was on, or had lasting effects of. But it was confirmed when I met the girlfriend and she started talking, because she was 10 times worse. And then they get into these arguments, and they get into these little, like, 30-second arguments, and one of them was like, so what are you doing with Tanya? And that's not how she sounded, but he's like, oh, she's just a friend. I was just hanging out with her, you know, to get closer to Billy. Anyway, then he was like, so what's up with you and Tommy? And she was like, "Oh, we're just friends." She said it all weird, like there was something about him. Then uh, they stopped talking, and it felt like at any moment she could have come out of this drug induced uh, mindset that she was in, and she became lucid, and she could have said at any moment, "Hey, honey, what are we doing with this witness?" So, needless to say, I was very nervous around these two, and um, I go to the place where I thought he meant to tell me to drop him off. Let me say that again. He told me to go to the place where I picked him up. So I did. But he meant go to the shady motel that we stopped at. So I was feeling like, oh man, I really fucked up this guy's night. And then I felt such relief when he was like, it's all cool, man. Just get us there. And so I get him there, and they unpack my car. They somehow get everything out of my car, which was like boxes and a couple bags and an ironing board. I forgot to mention. They put all that stuff in, and they took it all out in one go. And I was very surprised. And they were going up to their room, and I I was still like rattled from these two, so I just kind of drove off with them leaving my trunk open because I wasn't sure if there was a guy waiting in the wings to take me down and take my car or jack me, in general. Um, so I just drove a couple blocks with my trunk open and then closed it, and I said, "That's it, lift. I'm done. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm done."